gorgeous though. Look at that girl with the dogs. Beautiful. She was like, okay, I'll grab the swan dish and I'll put all the stuff I'm getting in the swan dish and then you can give me a prize. It's like a fake old swan. Just French record playing. I'm just having a little chat to him about his collection. He has over 200 of these at home. Can you imagine? This is Jen, ASMR unboxing. Subscribe before you fall asleep. Hi there, my lovely sleepy squirrels. I hope that you're all well. This evening I am recording a voiceover for this next little trip around the Redery in France. This is in the north of France and it's like a car boot sale or a communal yard sale or however you would like to call it. And this is a mix of people just selling cleared out their home or people selling stuff that they have bought, like some professionals, like some vintage, some antique stuff. It's a big mix. I've got a few things. There will be a haul that goes along with this video out on my main channel tomorrow evening, so I'll link that down below once it's live. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it, having a little route around with me. Okay, let's start. I think the first one, yeah, this first one, it looks like a bit of a professional. You can see the mirrors there, the whiskey one, the clock, plate, and anything under glass or in little cabinets like that. Usually like a reseller, like vintage stuff, protected like that. You can see these little cars. Oh, I saw these, a lot of enamel covered objects, and I just thought these little owls were so cute. I got these. They do need a little wash. There's a few like sticker marks and things like that. I checked this. I think it's a seal. At first I was like, what is that? But it's a seal. I maybe could have went for all of the little like enamel figurines. The fish look quite cool too, but I just got the two little owls. So you can see a little down the way. I actually went a little too fast to really talk about all the individual items of that strawberry plate. It's kind of cool. It's like how to use it underneath them. And then moving on, we have some plants, citrouille, so pumpkin, courgettes, and butternut squash. That's cool if you're starting your little vegetable garden. Some eggs, $2.50 for a dozen, not so bad. And yeah, just going down, it's in a park. The Redery is in a park. So a lot of times you'll get like full stands of just like kid stuff, which is great when your kids are young. My son is 4, so I'm still kind of looking for stuff for him. But my daughter's 11, so all of this fun Disney stuff is starting to not be that interesting to her, so it's finished for me. Well, that was a little mosaic kit. That could have been fun. Some DIY stuff, some clothes. And going down, there's always like DVDs and records and stuff. I had a look at these little things of jewelry. I didn't see anything that was too interesting. Everything was just a bit too modern and not really interesting to me. Looking at some of the dishes too. I think I'm still looking at the jewelry too. Having a little look around. Some puzzles, jigsaw puzzles. Look at the little vintage activity center. Kids so cute. Okay, and here, a little Christmas tree. Why not? It's not the moment, but better buying off season, aren't you? So here is a big collection of tools, like vintage tools, like quite old antique tools. And then just going down this one, few things here and there. Little vampire teeth. Pretty old looking vampire teeth. Some old magazines and posters and stuff. I'm not really into the ephemera yet. I'm probably going to start with like old postcards and stuff like that, but for now I don't really know what I'm looking for, so I'm just skipping by it. There's a little box of trinkets. I was having a little check. I didn't find anything. And down past these rugs, some Christmas decorations, nothing vintage. And then just a few objects, some reusable ice cubes, an old Rice Krispies tin there, it's cute. And then some clothes going down. I'm really not looking into clothes yet either. A new shelf, some light bulbs, a water bottle, some plugs. I just love seeing just the randomness of everything. That was a bag of Spanish books for kids. That's cool. Was that a hamster wheel? I don't know. Just totally random stuff. That looks like tarps for sale. Some boxes. I don't think they were set up completely. Some little spacemen. I think this is someone that resells quite a lot. Look at all the door handles. Little figurines. Some G.I. Joes or Action Man. Is it Action Man? Probably. Dog leads, things like that. I guess like a market person. Shoes. Oh, that's the top of a street lamp. two tops of street lamps actually. That's quite cool. These big chunky canisters and stuff. I thought that table, like for display, is pretty cool. A lot of the professional people have that. So just having a look around all of these random little things. A little spinner, what are they called? A little fidget spinner there beside Tori. And just a whole bunch of stuff. Some clothes. Is that trousers with parrots on it? Yeah, I just love the fact that you can just find anything. Just such random things. Look at these electronics. Like, I'm not even taking time to look at them completely. I kind of have an eye for specific things that I'm looking for on this day. Here we go. Swan. And then look. Do you recognize that little, well, I'm looking at that lion right now, but just up to the right, there's like a bottle stopper with a guy's face. I feel like I recognize that. So yeah, this is an Avon perfume bottle that I thought was just so cute. I think the head is plastic and the body is glass. Somebody else was looking at it at the same time. And I was thinking about those little bottle top stopper things, and I feel like I saw like a Viking one of them before, like in one of these videos. Okay, so I ended up getting this metal guy and the Avon perfume. I'm asking about prices. I was able to get the price down when I bought both of them together. It was definitely a reseller. So, moving on, I found some fun jewelry that was way too expensive to be able to resell. They were looking for like proper prices, which is fine. If it was for me, I would be happy to pay the proper price. It's just for me, it's for resale. All those jars. So we're walking down and we're getting some toys. I'm actually actively looking for specific toys for my son at the moment. Any Miles, the Spider-Man from the multiverse. I ended up getting one in a different rendering, but I was looking during this day and I didn't find any. And this is definitely a reseller. You can just tell by the objects, like very specific objects. Pokemon cards and stuff. I don't know, I just feel like you can just tell. have some books, and then some teddies and some knives, like a whole bunch of knives. Why not? And I'm walking down. Little chainsaw. I think they're gun boxes. Like a doctor's medical bag. Look at that chair. Some very old cars. A lot of old cars, like toy cars, around. Fruit and veg. Nice sign there. And some nice old stuff. And look, do you recognize that little pourer there? The little creamer? I have the same one, but with no like design on it. I just have a white one. Little swan there. And look at that baby doll. Wow. I am looking at the swan. I decided against it just because I heard the person talking about prices with someone else, and it was just like, nah, I'm not interested. Thank you, bye. But look at all the dolls. They're so interesting. A lot of gun stuff there too. Some clocks. Look at that duck. Oh, it's so cool. Here the prices don't seem so bad. Like €5 for that big swan planter. Look at the dog. €10 though. I mean, he's probably very heavy. And I like the look of this candle holder too. Oh, I just thought it was very pretty. It was only $6 for that duck. I didn't see those prices. Maybe I should have stuck around a little. I could have like got the prices down a touch maybe. Okay, so next I went here. There was a lot of jewelry all together. It wasn't a reseller. She was just a woman getting rid of a bunch of her jewelry, and the prices were pretty good. She said 50 cents per thing, and I guess the earrings were €1. So I grabbed a few things. I didn't get that bird. Why didn't I get that bird? I got the owl. Something wasn't right with the bird. Maybe it was too light. You know, it just felt really cheap or something. I had to look at these earrings. They were a bit, yeah, don't know, not my thing. I grabbed this ring. It ended up being like not the same price as all the other stuff, which is understandable. It is like a cameo ring, proper one. So she wanted, I think, 10 for it, so I just popped it back. It's definitely worth 10, but for reselling I thought, well, I'll just pop it back. And I got, I think, 1 or 2 of the earrings, not these ones. Not these ones. I got those little birds with the pink stone. I think that's the only ones I got out of the earrings. So that's her telling me that that ring was a little more expensive, which is fine. Just not for me. So I popped that back. So yeah, I like that little fan brooch though. Isn't that pretty? Oh yeah, and there's a little a little swan dish. I was like, okay, I'll grab the swan dish and I'll put all the stuff I'm getting in the swan dish, and then you can give me a price. It's like a fake old swan. The like crazing and stuff is just painted on. But it may just be like a little jewelry dish, or maybe it's a soap dish, I'm not sure, but I grabbed it. I think she did it just for €1. So I got those little earrings. I thought they were cute. A little Christmas jumper there. A lot of like athletics kind of stuff that people are reselling. Some jewelry there. I didn't see anything. And there was quite a lot of bulk in front of it, so it would have been difficult to dig into it anyway. So, little Ally McBeal DVDs. Who remembers Ally McBeal? Oh, goodness, I used to watch that with my mom. Talent Inside. Little Eiffel Towers. I can't imagine they sell well in France. Okay, going down. Some more cars. A lot of vintage toy cars. I guess it's a big thing. It's a big market. I don't know. And down here, a lot of DVDs and games, computer games and cars and stuff. Oh, some nice garden tools. Look at them. I don't need any, but they look pretty nice. Some beach toys for kids. And this isn't a reseller. It's just a person getting rid of some stuff. Some helmets. Some more clothes. I'm kind of skipping the clothes. I'm skipping right over the clothes because I'm not getting into that yet. It seems complicated to me. So popping around here. I like that little monkey. If my son was younger, I may have got that monkey. Here's some little football shoes and stuff. Some Pokemon cards. My partner told me never to buy Pokemon cards because they might be fake. I mean, it's just for my son. He doesn't care if they're fake or not. But yeah. And that Nerf gun. Little dinosaur popper. Some games, some books. Don't know what that was. Some tools. A lot of tools. And there is the glass that I got. Spider-Man and Venom. My son loves it. I actually found 2 other glasses. 2 Cars ones, Cars 3. But they both cracked during the day. So I was really sad about that. Okay, so 215. The prices are really out there. That's great. And here, look at the squirrel. Oh. There's definitely reseller vibes here. You can pretty much tell. Look at the cow. The cow creamer is so cute. But unfortunately, reseller vibes and reseller prices, which is great. But, oh, I love these. The little, well, one small and one large. Snail shells there. The woman wasn't there to give me a price, but I thought since the price of the other things are quite high, that probably was too. So I just was waiting a little, and then I just kept going. I think I asked about that horse. It's kind of cool. I think it was like, she said like 10 euros or something. I was like, no thank you. When I think if I can get this for 50 cents at the Emmaus, I'm not going to pay more in the Reddery unless it's like something very special. Look, this was kind of put down the wrong way. There it is. It's a little doggy. Is that specific character, or is it just a random doggy? That's cute. Bit of paint on it though. And the prices were just a little high for resale, which is fine when you're just shopping, but not when you're sourcing, I guess. All the shells, that's cool. I was hanging about because I was waiting for the price on the snails. And then down to the jewelry, which looked really fun, but prices were just too up there. I think the necklaces were like 10 to 15 euros, and I was just like, oh, okay, thanks, bye. And you can see lots of little trinkety things. I thought that brooch was gorgeous with all the beads and stuff. Okay, so pulling along with my little granny trolley there. And this one felt a little less reseller all of a sudden, but still some interesting things. I think it still is a reseller, but it looks a little less, put together, if you will. Oh, that is called a sand rose. Somebody told me that because I bought one in the last Reddery and I didn't know what it was called, so somebody helped me out in the comments. Here I was like, okay, I can see superheroes. This may be the stand for my son. And I ended up finding a few little things for him in here. A few things for me too, I think. I think I look at the jewellery first, yeah. So I'm gonna look a lot of like Harry Potter stuff and like name brand and things, you know. So I think I'm just waiting for somebody who's looking at the jewellery stuff to move on. Yeah, and then I'm going in for it. So some of it was interesting, but not like super nice, or like, I thought these were cute, these little golden leaf pendants. So I grabbed those, and this little blue plastic brooch kind of goes with the earrings, the clip-on earrings I got like earlier in the day, which is in the last video 2 weeks ago. So most of the other stuff was a little broken, or you know, just not what I was looking for. I thought that moon was quite cute with a little chip on the nose. This brooch, I have this brooch, but it doesn't have any stones missing. That one did. And then there's this rose. It was a little icky. I wasn't sure if it just needed a clean or if it was just icky altogether. So I grabbed these two. These rings were probably like more male orientated, not great quality, but then I went down to the toys and I found some little Batmans for my son. This one was quite cool. I don't know what it was all about, but he flips his cape around quickly. Yeah, and then I found Venom, I think, was here. Does anybody know what that's from? I feel like it's from something. I grabbed it anyway, my son quite likes it. It's the Batman he uses to be like, yeah, I'm hiding now. So I grabbed this Venom. I think he's from an Easter egg, like a Kinder Easter egg. It was fine. I got all the stickers off, and then my son took him into the shower and we gave him a wash. And he kind of likes his Venom. It's cool. He's missing bad guys in his toys. And then the kid that was selling all his toys, was maybe like 10 or something, came and asked me if I was looking for anything specific, and he grabbed me another Batman, which was pretty cool. Had like, his cape was like around him, and then it turns into something you can use to fly, like a paraglider kind of thing. Okay, little chest set there, pretty shiny. Some bins, clothespins, some plastic cutlery. Here we go. Yay! I found a little ring dish, and the tail is not broken. So it's not the same as the metal one that I found, but it is pretty cute. Okay, so we're moving down again, and they're just like such random stuff. A little Sudoku thing, some jewelry, but it was like €5 per necklace, which is fine, but once again, for resale, it's not a great price for me. Some gloves, some books, a plane. I feel like it's a Playmobil plane. It's okay. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Some Avengers stuff. That's pretty cool. The donut. My son would have loved that, but I just can't put it in the washing machine, I think, so I left that. Some Spider-Man bed sets. Look, an entire Peppa Pig school. Like 5 or 6 years ago, my daughter would have loved that. And look at the pizza with the little pizza cutter and everything. It's really cute. Peppa Pig school. So cool. And the little school bus too. Amazing. Play-Doh dentist. We had that. I think we still do, to be honest. Some jigsaw puzzles, like Avengers, Toy Story. I think she was asking a little too much. Look at weird cup foot thing. Ugh. Some things are just weird. Oh look, that's to make little madeleine, the little French cake things. My partner really likes them. I'm not a huge fan. And then all these toys. Oh, and here I was very happy because I thought this was quite cute, like Egyptian, like carved stone thing. And then look, do you remember the praying boys? The two little porcelain boys praying. I could have actually got that. I think I have one of those as well. Remember when I was buying like lots of little porcelain things? I was just like so happy. I found the two little girls that go with the two little boys. This is where there's some more jewellery. I think I got a few things from here. I'm just trying to film it all before I really go in and try and grab anything. I didn't get any of the necklaces or bracelets or anything. I was mostly looking at earrings and stuff. There were a lot. I think I got those. Yeah, the little dangly ones on the left, the clear stones. I had a look at some of the rings too. It's quite a nice little collection. And it's quite a young woman, maybe like early 20s. Probably just getting rid of some things, some style she doesn't wear anymore. I got, I think at least one of those rings. Kind of more age to them. But yeah, what's fun looking at? Doesn't that look fun? I think my daughter would have been happy there. Oh, and these were there at the same stand. I asked how much, and the mother, she had to ask her mother, and she was like €1. And I was like, each? And she's like, no, for all of them. I was like, yes, please, come with me, puppy dogs. Get them into my granny trolley. They need a good clean, but I think their paint jobs are pretty intact, and they're very cute. He looks really grumpy. There's a little bag of clothes. They were just giving those clothes. Anthony is like, to give. No, I didn't think about getting them for my daughter, just for fabric. If she was there, she maybe would have had a little read through that for fabric. Some little brass items. And a weird, I thought that was pretty nice. I think it may have been a little expensive. That was like a foot knife, wasn't it? Yeah. Some stickers, some shoes. Onto these, which were pretty cool. I was trying to figure out what that was. It was a little expensive when I asked for the prices, so I left that there. But I still don't understand what that other thing is. That kind of like egg thing. I don't know. Just a little dish, I guess, but I feel like it must be for something specific. I think the horse he was selling for like 10 or something. I don't remember. What is that dish? I don't get it. Okay, so some beauty products. Some bags, frames. It's a little box there, a little trinket box, quite cute. Some shoes, a little aquarium, tomato plants, books, little games. It's difficult to find good board games in Enquiries though. That hat's flashing. Just some random stuff. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, look at that doggy peeing. Just lifting his leg. Some cute little things there. Some DVDs. That's cool. Very gold. No cherub. the size of that shell. My goodness. And somebody is very much into ancient money. It's pretty cool. I have no idea what any of that represents. I'm sure it's very cool though. All about treasures. French treasure. Those little bags of coffee beans. Well, fake bags of coffee beans. I think that would be really cute outside in your garden. There were some cute things here. I wasn't really into any of them for resale, but I was having a good look. I thought that was really cute, the little set of like hand washing and soap and stuff. The little birds was pretty cute. Some baskets, some little leather shoes. Definitely old. Just random dishes and things, clocks, bull's head carved there. I don't. Some of the stuff is just like, what? Is that a little? That's a little kid. That's a snake skin. That was like a kid on top of an alcohol bottle with a straw, like a fake one, obviously. And that cage, so pretty. It's just so elaborate, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Some army cases there. I don't know what this is. I'm guessing it's for alcohol, but I just don't. I'm not sure what that's made out of and what it's for. Very interesting though. Little baby beds. It looks like tiny little dressers to go with the little baby's cribs, you know? I don't know what that is. But like, I guess it's just for hanging jackets and stuff, but a little accordion. Little shell trucks. And those, how pretty are those? Wow. Proper, like, beautiful glass. And these are really sweet little paintings, drawings, prints, I'm not sure which. They're gorgeous though. Look at that girl with the dogs. Beautiful. Some enamel stuff. Some brass. Some old wooden games. Duckies. 3 little ducks in a row. Just so many pretty things. Like, they're just, everything is just too big, I feel like, in this area. Like, I can't sell these. The gramophones. So, I was filming around these gramophones and they're really beautiful. And the guy was like, oh, you're filming? Oh. And he's coming up and talking to me and I'm just like, okay, what do I do? And he was like, do you want me to show you how it works? What are you filming for and stuff? And I was just like, oh, it's just for me. So he was really nice and he was talking about it and he's like, do you want me to get one started and we can have a look and you can hear how it works and stuff? I was like, oh yes, please, thank you. It was really awkward to leave after. So here we have this gorgeous French record playing. I'm just having a little chat to him about his collection. He has over 200 of these at home. Can you imagine? It's so many. Look at this big red thing. I don't know what they're called. The trumpety things. Go with them. So much, so much. It would be really interesting to see the full collection. It's amazing. It'd be like a little museum or something. Very interesting. I wonder if they sold any. It would be nice. Okay, so little Harry Potter there. French, but you know, that's fine. some toys, some shoes, a little mirror there. It's cute. Swan. It's a little metal swan there. So this is definitely a reseller, like a professional pot compteur, I don't know. And look, I don't know what this is for, but look inside. There's like a little blue insert. Just close that up. So I don't know about the prices. I think it was definitely a little bit more expensive than if it was just somebody's stuff at their home. A little bear there, did you see it? And then for me, it's just really interesting to look at all the objects and things, and like I had to look at the jewellery and stuff, but I think the prices were just a bit too high in general. I heard him talking about prices with somebody. Done some shoes, nice pretty shoes. A little Santa mug. Oh, I should have asked for the Santa mug. I kind of want it now. And some more toys. Some coffee machines, little Sensios. Harry Potter. And some postcards. Interesting. I'm thinking about buying a lot of postcards, like in an auction, like an auctions lot of French postcards, like old ones, like maybe French postcards or old photos, like vintage photos, to sell on eBay. What do you guys think? Look at this. The cute little musician, 7 kilometers from Paris. École de Nancy. Pretty. Oh. Harakari. Now some shoes. Yeah, I thought the postcards would be fun, and I could like just sell them as is, or if somebody is a viewer, I can send a little message on the back. Some books and some shoes. Oh, I could have maybe got some of those magazines. That would have been fun for videos. Looking at the mugs there. And then some jewellery. Nothing was jumping out at me, and I think there were a few other people, so I just left that there. Lots of Zorro DVDs. All still in there. Shrink wrap. Some farming equipment. Little ones. Oh, like Fire Chief something perpetual, I guess. And some shoes, some fancy shoes too. Some clothes. Some signs. Yeah, some books. Not always in good taste, but hey. Some big lights. I feel like they're like either stage lights or outside lights. Some tiny clothes. Oh, look, all this fishing stuff. I was drawn to it just from the colors. Look at it all. I know some of this stuff can be worth quite a lot, like if you find like older stuff, I guess. Then we have some fishing rods, I'm guessing. Little puzzles. No. My kids are really starting to grow out of that kind of stuff now. Pretty dress. Scary doll. She is a little unnerving. I was trying to figure out what that dog was. I'm guessing it's a game. Or probably like bites down on your finger or something. I don't know. And then a few little porcelain figurines and dishes and stuff. And we're drawing to the end of this video. A few toys at the end. So that's everything I have to show you for this evening. I kept some of the footage for next week because it was quite a big, huge park with stalls, like hundreds of them. There will be a haul that corresponding to this trip out on my main channel tomorrow evening. If it is already past that time, the link will be down below as soon as it's live. I hope that you enjoyed this video, that you found it relaxing, and maybe a little interesting to see what you can get in a French carpet sale. I hope that every single one of my sleepy squirrels are well, wherever you are in the world, whatever's happening around you. I hope that you can find your own little bubble of calm. For example, if you are in Detroit, Michigan, in the USA, like my lovely, lovely patron, Sara. Hey Sara, I hope you're well. Thank you for all of your lovely support. And I hope that you all have a lovely, lovely, lovely evening. And I'll see you